Time for Greggy's Gamers, where we take a look at some of the top performers from last weekend in the NLL. Pat Gregoire joins me now, and Pat, let's get right into this. Well, this player's team dropped their first two games this past weekend. This player out the Odor was very productive and really did give his team a chance to win in back-to-back nights.
Yeah, Tyson, no doubt it was a tough go for the Georgia Swarm overall, but personally for Randy Stotts, it was a huge weekend for him. Opened things up with 4 points against the Toronto Rock and then just rolls right into New England and drops a 7 spot, bringing his season total to 32 points, good enough for 4th in the entire NLL scoring race. And he's sneakily putting together a very, very strong start to this 2018-19 campaign. Everyone's talking about Stotts, but they're not talking about Randy Stotts. In fact, they're talking about little brother Austin, who's just terrorizing the National Lacrosse League right now in his rookie season. But I think Randy's saying, hey guys, let's not forget who holds the all-time single season scoring record. Obviously, I'm just kidding. He's definitely happy for his little brother, but I think there's a little bit of competitive rivalry between those two guys right now.
Well, we're going to shift down to the D-Door now, and this player we're going to talk about is in just his 3rd NLL season. He was given the captaincy this year, and he's certainly not disappointed. His team's off to a 4-1 start, and he's currently 3rd in defensive scoring.
Although the Toronto Rock rolled into this game against Georgia, considered to be one of the top dogs in the National Lacrosse League, there still was one aspect missing from their game, and that was depth scoring. But they finally got that, and a big player in that contribution was Challen Rogers, chipping in with 2 goals in transition. And if the Rock are going to want to be National Lacrosse League Cup contenders, they're going to need to score in transition, and they're going to need to get depth scoring. And you know the captain is going to be a huge part of that going forward, and it was a huge reason why he was one of Greggy's Gamers.
2017-2018 can be chalked up as a bit of a disappointing year for this netminder. He loses his starting job in Calgary, then he finds himself on the unprotected list during expansion draft time, makes his way down to San Diego for this season, and can you say comeback season?
Comeback season indeed, Tyson. No, this might be better than comeback season, actually, if you think about it, because it's been the best ball that we've seen Frankie Chiliano play in his entire NLL career. I mean, it's not just the abundance of saves or the beautiful saves that he's making, it's those timely saves that are really important. And I think when you want to be a National Lacrosse League starting goalie, or a good one at that, you got to make those clutch saves, and that's what he's been able to do. When his team needs him the most to make a big save, he comes up and rises to the occasion. And let's not sugarcoat it, Tyson. You mentioned it already. He lost his starting job last year to Del Bianco, and there were a lot of question marks out there. You know, is Frank the Tank really a starting goalie? Well, one person that I know for sure knew that he was Patrick Merrill. And boy, are Seals fans not fired up that they were able to grab Chiliano in that expansion draft, because he's been quite the story so far in this season.
All right, Pat, I can't let you have all the fun. I'm going to throw in Tyson's pick this week. This player has really impressed me this season. 2017-2018 was Tyler Digby's worst statistical season since entering the NLL back in 2014. The grinder had many asking what he had left in the tank before being acquired by the New England Black Wolves in the offseason. Well, it turns out that all he needed was a fresh start. In 3 of his 4 games played this season, he's notched 5 points, and he's been a big part of the Black Wolves' 3-1 start to the 2018-2019 season. Well, thank you very much for watching. Once again, we appreciate it. Be sure to subscribe and follow and spread the word about the Lacrosse Flash. We'll see you next week.